Can you hear us online? Get a thumbs up.
Is there anyone online?
You're waiting till 8 o'clock.
Perhaps. That's why I said we're starting at 7:30 because Brandy's coming along
Yes.
late. So
Okay.
I've got 9 participants online. So
Yes, they can hear you. We just got confused.
that's good. Cool. So let's have a look at the. We'll go through tonight. We'll look at the finances, events. All good?
Yep.
Okay. The committee, I've actually been supported really well this year as I've had a really great committee to work with, and all the different roles and people that have played along the way. And because, you know, as some people retire, and I'd like to thank Brian particularly for his work on the asset management system that and just managing our assets and keeping them up to date. It's been really great. And just, you know, new people that have come along as well, and we'll cover those a little bit later on. But you'll see the work and the effort that the committee's put in place. Just even at the 70th, that's been a long time in its planning. A lot of effort and time has gone into that, and so I'm really grateful for those people and their support throughout the year.
That's me.
Local events. Well, we've had a few. We've had some really good ones. I must say I really enjoyed the Labor Day weekend away. It's always really good. Yeah, the calendar, fantastic. So, you know, we've been doing a few things. Still think we can probably do a little bit more, but nonetheless, it's always fun to get out and go to different places. Even internationally, you know, we've been to Palau. Some people went off the cuttlefish aggregation at Whyalla, and even Christmas Island. So,
South Australia's international.
well, check it. All right, I was padding it out. So
You need a passport.
So it does feel like yeah, the Christmas party, which was, you know, well patronised, well attended, and you know, it's always great. We definitely do like a party when it gets to it, and I'm always grateful that we can get access to the Beaumaris Motor Yacht Squadron. So thank you, John, for that. You know, that's just really great. And it's a great venue, and it you know, it handles the club really well. Again, Labor Day, we had 5 days of awesome diving. It was pretty clear. Yeah, even the dinner at Ali's place was really a great night. It really just capped off a good weekend of diving. So I'm you know, we'll do it again next year, and it will be a thing for the club. Equipment and skills training day. We do this kind of more on demand, but everyone that attends it seems to get a lot out of it. And so I do, for those that haven't done it, I do encourage. It's not about right or wrong. It's about optimizing, streamlining, and just enhancing your dive, getting your buoyancy better. It's all about improvements. It's not a PADI course. It's not an SSI course. It's just you're learning from people that have been in the dive industry for 20 or 30 years, and we're not a shop. So can highly recommend it. So guest speakers, we've had a few along the way. We've had some, you know, some absolute crackers. I really enjoyed the Mark Reed from the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. I thought that was very insightful. You know, even Kay giving us an update, and even the work that Ellie's done around spider crabs. It kind of all coincides that. Yeah, it's been, and I'm grateful that, you know, that we've got people with this skills. And Des, you know, you're up there as well. So
Thank you.
But and then, you know, we still got the founder for the newer, you know, the newer Velo dive system. So we can definitely get access to really good speakers. So across the board, you know, it's good that the club, and it's great that we've got Zoom, because Zoom, you know, really does benefit us. And tonight's guest speaker alone is not based in Australia. She's overseas. I don't know where Brandy is at this point in time, because we delayed her presentation for a month because she was over in truck, running, captaining the ship, the Odyssey. liveaboard in truck. So, that's for a later presentation. But you know, we've got a good reach, and global speakers are definitely possible. Really appreciated Sandrine and her efforts this year, just stepping up and doing the 6:30 scuba theory sessions. I think it's a great little addition to the club. It allows us to cover topics that generally we don't cover at this, you know, at a normal club night, because it's more around what have you died, where you've been, and a bit of a conversation. But this lets us get down and to address some club needs, and also look at things a little bit more critically outside of that traditional club night. Fathoms. So the last year, we actually, Fathoms has kind of slowed down a little bit, and one of the things I found when preparing even for the 70th is that, you know, Fathoms is the magazine that you go to find stuff out, the history of the club, and you know, the work that the team have put into this. You know, Peter Walters, Peter Mosse in the past, Ian, like many of you have written these. Christine, the editor for many years. You know, everyone, you know, that puts in goes down in history. It's the book that, you know, the State Library of Victoria collects and loses. No, they've got a digital reference. So, but nonetheless, you know, it is your book. It documents what the club's been up to, and you know, I've grown to really appreciate it more and more, particularly as, you know, I've kind of got on in my career and been with the club longer and longer to say, well, what did we do 10 years ago? What was it like 20 years ago? So, and there's some great articles, and for those that attend on the 70th, I'm going to reference a couple of those cracker articles that I think are absolutely superlative. So yes, thank you to everyone that's been there. And that pretty much winds up my president's report of the achievements of the club. So thank you all for being part of that the last 12 months, because you feature in it. I know I don't take out, Facebook is where a lot of people publish material these days, and it's easy to get to Facebook, but it's harder to get information back out of Facebook. And that's always been a problem. It's trying to find something in Facebook is difficult at the best. So, so from that side of things, that includes where I'm at. Do you want to?
Yeah, you have the treasurer's report on your PC.
Yep, next best.
Probably worth just giving Hank a spit around the door. It's not an easy job.
No, is that a good captain?
It makes it look easy.
Thank you. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, they'll be cool.
So, do you want me to do this? Or do you want to do this? Well, you do it.
Yeah, I suppose. Can anyone read that?
Yeah, good. Nah, I think it's more. Is that right?
So I sent this
Where
out.
do you want? We have that one blown up.
No, that's good. Oh yeah. Can you read the bottom one?
Bottom line.
There you go.
What?
There we
How
go.
good is that?
So,
Can I have the other one? You can have the other one. It's fussy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. So basically, just like last year, we've got the holding accounts are out separate. So okay. I've added the kit, like the club kit, to that. So with the other stuff in the holding account, we tended to get the money put into it, like the training sessions, and then we would all the 70th, and then we would pay it out. Whereas with the kit, we bought the stuff beforehand, and people putting money in it to get the kit out. And I just want to see I am not, we're not selling this stuff as a profit or anything like that. So I want to keep that out of our normal expenses and income. So maybe bring it down to this other one.
So, what do you want now?
Balance sheet. That
Balance.
yeah.
Just the balance sheet. That one.
Yeah. So this basically shows where we stand. If we take away some of this this cash liability, this is basically the 70th, and at that stage in the financial year, we hadn't paid out the money for the food and stuff like that. We've paid that out now, so that's gone. But we paid that out of that, and we see our net funds that we can spend is 17,900, which is about 1,000 more than what we had last year. So we're doing okay. Does anyone have any questions on anything at all? Yeah. Yeah. No. It managed to go through the financial statement. I've got all the transactions in there as well, so you can see what we've spent the money on at a low level. And feel free to ask, ring me up.
Probably worth mentioning the term deposit, because that's a.
Okay, it was in the other thing. What we did, and we should see some more income on interest next year. We put $10,000 in a term deposit, which I think gets 4.1%. And so we weren't getting much income before on our money, but now we've got a little bit of money.
How long is it have to stay in there for?
Was it 6 months, something like that, 2 months, and we'll just keep on rolling it, and when it goes through. Yeah. Well, we need it.
The 10 grand side of things is very much driven about the need for capital. If there's something that we need it, we'll invest less until it's paid back. Yeah, but it's just the gist of it is that the club now has we're back to where we were a couple of years ago. The coffers are full. We've paid off all the Zoom infrastructure that we bought, some of the O2 kits, and going back to the earlier conversation for those that were here at the 6:30 session was we're in a position now where, you know, we've got a bit of money. We can now pick and choose what we would like to do. And there are options on the table. So, you know, the new committee can put those on the table, and as such, we can decide. The club can decide on what you want. Will we do more? Again, one of the options that we spoke about were DFIDs in the boats, because we've got more boats than DFIDs. On the flip is, you know, I've got other things on the table as well that have been proposed by the committee, and we just want to make sure that discussion's equitable across everything.
So can we move that acceptance of the treasury, the financial statements?
We did that, I think.
Done. Yeah.
Seconded.
Cool. You're done. It's closed.
Excellent.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. So cool. So next thing, committee election entries and exits. So effectively, these are the people that are staying on the committee. There is positions available. The more the merrier. It's not onerous by any means. As I said, the committee currently meets on the second Wednesday of every month. We meet for about an hour, depending on what's needed to be done. This year it's been a little bit harder because we've really worked tirelessly on making sure that the 70th is a great event, and so that kind of ramped up a bit. But yeah, it's done by Zoom typically. So those that wish to join, and I'm particularly calling out Michelle, who's asked to be part of it, and Sandrine joined during the year. So really welcoming more female participation in the committee, and anyone who just wants to be part of the club, because you will be, you know, welcomed with open arms. So is there any? So look, if you do want to be join, it's an email just to committee@vsag.org.
Or put your hand up now.
Or you can put your hand up now, sign in blood.
I'll show you a bit.
So every new committee member, Andrew McKernan's shouting beers for.
There's no.
Red, white, lager.
So a couple of things on the committee is there's no pressure to take a job, so you can come on the committee and just be a committee member. You don't have to take a position. And the second thing is there is no physical committee meeting. Do it by Zoom. Should be over an hour and a half. So, you know, we're not talking a massive commitment here. But we do need people to come to the table with ideas and, you know, yeah, and represent the club members. Otherwise, if you don't get new blood on, you know, it gets stale, right? The existing committee runs out of ideas.
Yeah.
So have a good think about it. It'd be great to have some new blood.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I'd love to.
Brilliant.
Well
Well done.
welcome.
You're in.
Beer or red wine?
So I'm assuming Richard's just been accepted unanimously based on the. Well done.
That's it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And look, honestly,
Question without notice down here.
Yeah, because you're, Ian, how many, what's the minimum, attendance on committee meetings? Is it, you gotta attend 20 or whatever, or 5?
What, as a member?
Yeah, no, as a committee member, how many meetings?
What's the quorum?
What's the quorum? No, sorry, how many?
Attendance.
out of the 10
10.
meetings that we have a year, how many do you have to attend?
It's not documented in the rules.
One would be good.
We have,
But turning up occasionally, yeah.
so, yeah. And look, honestly, I've got to also call out a few others that have actively come, like James, yourself, and David Flu's come out and just been a per project person. You're more than welcome just to say, look, I'm happy to run something and get involved that way as well. And come up with ideas, come out with ideas, even just say, drop a note to the committee and say, look, I want to present something to the committee. It's not don't get me wrong, it's not a formal people. We're not there to critique you or judge you or whatever. It's just, yeah, we just want fresh ideas, keep the club relevant and actively out there diving. So
Your rescue refresher course is an example.
yeah,
Well, not on the committee, but, and Peter Mosser and the stuff
Yeah.
that he does.
Yeah.
yeah. So there's kind of it. So you know, like even having guys join during the year doing the photo comp. It's not a committee role per se, but it's welcome to be part of the committee if you wanted to, if you wanted to do that. But like everything helps. So and I just wanted to thank you all for those that did help throughout the year for all the different activities that we did. So moving on, we've had that discussion. I did have down here bylaws and constitution, any amendments or changes or anything like that. The only thing that came up during the year, as far as I was aware, was the voted on 2 meetings ago was just allowing the committee to nominate some life members or 2 life members at the 70th, which is, that's about all I have on my papers. And I can't remember from a committee perspective, we're not changing anything. So cool. So I guess it just acts just now that other question. Is there anything else that that from the minutes of meeting or things from tonight? Is the interest or all happy with the club's financial position? The roles and responsibilities of those that have been in the committee, all happy, all said, done, because then we can.
I would just like to thank the committee for all their work.
Yeah,
I am, like I said, I'm pleased to see that the committee's staying on and that we're keen, we're really keen. So that it's a great
To have
team.
a vibrant, active committee.
It's a great team of people, and there's a good collaborative roles within the committee. So yeah, and I think that's it. AGM is closed. So thank you very much. Till next year.